The Great Boa of Wemba. Welcome, gather round, and listen closely. I'm about to tell you a tale from a land far away, a story whispered on the wind, a legend etched in the heart of Wemba village. Wemba was a place of dreams, nestled deep within a vibrant valley. Life flowed like the river that nourished its fields, a gentle rhythm of planting, harvesting, and celebration. Then, shadows began to creep into Wemba's paradise. Things started to vanish, chickens from their coops, tools from the sheds, even the precious yams stored for the dry season. At first, the villagers dismissed it as carelessness. The misplaced item here, a wandering animal there. They couldn't imagine anything truly sinister at play in their peaceful home. But the disappearances grew bolder, more frequent. Fear began to fester, a dark cloud obscuring the sunny skies of Wemba. Panic set in as families realized something was terribly wrong. The people of Wemba turned to the wisdom of their ancestors. They relied on ancient customs, hoping to restore balance and bring the stolen items back. The village elder, Papa Eli, led the ritual. He stood in the center of the village, his voice booming, calling out the thief and demanding the return of what was taken. Days turned into weeks, but the stolen goods remained missing. The traditional methods, once so reliable, now seemed powerless against this unseen threat. Suspicion began to poison the air. Neighbors eyed each other with distrust, friendships frayed, and the sense of community began to crumble. Desperate, they sought the help of Mamazita, the village voodoo priestess. She prepared the sacred water pot, hoping to reveal the thief's identity through its mystical depths. But the water remained murky, offering no answers. Mamazita shook her head, her face etched with worry. The sense of unease deepened, a heavy weight on everyone's hearts. Amidst the growing fear, two young children, Suze and Battis, found themselves drawn to the pineapple plantation. It was their favorite place to play, a world of sweet scents and hidden pathways. One afternoon, while exploring a secluded corner of the plantation, they stumbled upon something strange. Large, leathery eggs, bigger than any they had ever seen. Curiosity overcoming their initial fear, they examined the eggs closely. They knew these were not the eggs of any ordinary animal they recognized. Suze, remembering stories told by her grandmother, gasped. "Battis," she whispered, "these are boa eggs, a giant snake." They ran back to the village, their hearts pounding, and told their parents about their discovery. The adults initially dismissed it as children's fantasy, but the children insisted. The parents, remembering the strange disappearances and the failure of their traditional methods, finally listened. They realized the children might have stumbled upon the truth. The boa, a creature of legend, could be the source of their troubles. The news spread like wildfire through Wemba. The boa, the very name sent shivers down their spines. Fear gripped the village once more, but this time, it was mixed with a newfound determination. Chief Bonga, a strong and respected leader, called for a meeting. He declared that they would hunt the boa and protect their village. The warriors prepared for battle. They painted their faces with tribal markings, donned protective charms, and sharpened their spears and machetes. Led by Chief Bonga, the warriors ventured into the jungle. They searched for signs of the boa, their senses on high alert. Deep within the forest, they found a termite mound, disturbed and partially collapsed. The warriors knew they were close. Suddenly, the ground trembled. The boa emerged, a monstrous serpent of immense size and power. A fierce battle ensued. The warriors fought bravely, their spears piercing the boa's thick hide. The boa thrashed and coiled, its powerful body crushing trees and scattering the warriors. Finally, after a long and arduous struggle, the warriors, working together, managed to slay the boa. A collective cheer erupted, echoing through the valley. The villagers rejoiced, believing their nightmare was finally over. They celebrated their victory with singing, dancing, and feasting. But the celebration was short-lived. Chief Bonga, overcome by pride, declared that the boa's carcass belonged to him alone. The villagers were stunned. They had risked their lives to defeat the boa, yet their chief claimed all the spoils for himself. Disappointment and anger simmered beneath the surface. Gombi, a young man known for his courage and sense of justice, could not stand idly by. In an act of defiance, he stepped forward and, with a swift stroke of his machete, cut off the boa's tail. He divided the tail into equal portions and distributed them among the families of the village. It was a symbolic act, a gesture of fairness and shared victory. Chief Bonga was furious. He saw Gombi's act as a challenge to his authority and vowed to punish him severely. The seeds of conflict were sown. As tensions rose, Grandmother Tata, the oldest and wisest woman in Wemba, stepped forward. Her voice, though frail, carried the weight of generations. She rebuked Chief Bonga for his selfishness and reminded him of the true meaning of leadership. "A chief is not a master," she said, "but a servant of his people." She emphasized the importance of community, shared resources, and the collective good. Her words resonated deeply with the villagers, who had always valued these principles. Chief Bonga, humbled by Grandmother Tata's wisdom and the disapproval of his people, realized the error of his ways. He had failed to lead with the community's best interests at heart. He publicly apologized for his actions and vowed to serve the village with fairness and humility. He promised to share the boa's carcass and lead with the collective good in mind. Peace and harmony were restored to Wemba. The story of the boa became a legend, a testament to the village's unity, courage, and justice. The children, Sus and Batus, were hailed as heroes for their discovery. The warriors were celebrated for their bravery in the face of danger. Gombe was admired for his defiance and commitment to fairness. The tale of the boa served as a constant reminder of the importance of true leadership and prioritizing the collective good. Chief Bonga, transformed by his experience, became a wise and beloved leader. Wemba prospered, its people united and resilient. They ensured peace and prosperity for future generations, passing down the lessons of the boa through their storytelling tradition. And so, the legend of Wemba and the Great Boa lives on, a reminder that even in the face of fear and adversity, unity, courage, and justice will always prevail. The elders continue to tell the story, ensuring that the lessons learned are never forgotten.